What if I told you the money inside your bank account might not actually exist the way you think it does? Most people believe banks work like giant storage vaults. You deposit money, the bank keeps it safe, then they lend that same money to someone else. Simple, fair, logical. But the modern banking system doesn't really work that way anymore, because banks discovered something incredibly powerful. They don't just store money, they create it out of thin air. And once you understand how this system works, you start realizing something disturbing. Modern society itself runs on debt. Your house, your car, your education, your economy. Almost everything is built on money that technically didn't exist before somebody borrowed it. Imagine you deposit $1,000 into a bank. Most people think the bank simply stores it. But banks discovered they can legally lend out most of that money, while still telling you your money is available. And this is where the illusion begins. Your $1,000 suddenly becomes multiple loans. Those loans become new deposits. Those deposits become even more loans. And suddenly, the system starts multiplying money that was never physically created. Not with printers, not with gold, but with debt. Modern banks don't need stacks of cash to create money anymore. They create digital numbers, balances on screens, electronic promises. And every time somebody takes a loan, new money enters the economy, which sounds useful at first, until you realize something terrifying. If debt creates money, think about modern life. Why are homes becoming impossible to afford? Why do people work harder than ever, yet still feel financially trapped? Because the system constantly needs more borrowing, more loans, more debt, more consumption. Entire economies depend on it. Governments depend on it. Banks profit from it. Corporations grow because of it. And society slowly becomes addicted to easy money. Student loans, car loans, credit cards, mortgages. Buy now, pay later. Everything pushes people toward debt. Because when borrowing slows down, the economy starts panicking. Markets crash. Growth slows. Fear spreads everywhere. And that creates a terrifying cycle. The system cannot stop creating debt. But the real genius of the system isn't money creation. It's psychology. Banks understand human behavior extremely well. They know people focus on monthly payments, not total cost. That's why everything today is sold in small monthly pieces. Only $99 a month. Only $15 a week. Only 3 easy payments. The numbers feel harmless, even when the long-term cost becomes massive. And slowly, people stop asking, "Can I actually afford this?" and start asking, "Can I survive the monthly payment?" That tiny psychological shift changes society completely. Because now people don't own their lives anymore. Their future income is already promised away. To banks, to lenders, to financial systems. And most people never even realize the trap while living inside it. Because debt. Now here's the terrifying question nobody asks. What happens if everyone suddenly pays off all their debt? At first, that sounds amazing. No loans, no mortgages, no credit card debt, complete financial freedom. But modern banking systems would panic instantly. Because when debt disappears, money disappears too. That's the hidden secret. Most modern money exists because somebody owes something somewhere, which means the economy constantly needs new borrowers entering the system. New students, new homeowners, new consumers, new workers trapped inside monthly payments. And once you realize that, you start seeing modern life differently. Advertisements don't just sell products anymore. They sell debt. The system doesn't reward people for escaping borrowing. The truth is, banks creating money out of thin air sounds insane at first, until you realize the entire modern economy depends on that illusion continuing forever. Because if people stop borrowing, growth slows, corporations suffer, markets collapse, and the machine begins breaking down. That's why modern society constantly pushes consumption. Upgrade your lifestyle. Buy the newer version. Finance the car. Take the loan. Keep spending. Keep borrowing. Keep the machine alive. And the scariest part? Most people spend their entire lives inside this system, without ever understanding how it actually works. Not because they're stupid, but because nobody teaches them. Once you truly understand how money is created, you stop seeing banks the same way again. You stop seeing debt as normal. And you start realizing modern society may be one giant financial trap disguised as opportunity. And this is only the beginning. Because behind every financial crisis, every recession, every loan, and every economic collapse, there's a deeper system hiding underneath. If this video opened your eyes, subscribe to the Dark Money System. Because on this channel, we expose the hidden system